You cannot give what you don't have.
Come on now.
Paying yourself first makes it possible for you to be able to give.
Got you.
So the most selfless thing that you can do is to be selfish by paying yourself.
Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc.
I'm trying to give me a bag. I'm trying to give me a bag. I'm trying to give me a bag. I'm trying to give me a bag.
What's up? You are now listening to FY Fly the podcast, and I'm your host, Hassan Thomas, along with Remy, and we are here to share tools on how millennials can budget, save, invest, and understand student debt and credit to achieve financial freedom. If you're a high school student, college student, or someone who's interested in gaining more financial insight, this podcast is for you.
I'm trying to give me a bag. I'm trying to give me a bag. I'm trying to give me a bag. I'm trying to...
What's up, my FY Fly folks out there? How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing all right. Welcome to the FY Fly podcast. My name is Hassan Thomas, aka the kid that did and the man that can, baby. And today, we're going to be chopping it up with financial guru, NFT and the metaverse enthusiast, Dr. Hans, aka the investing tutor. How are you, boss man? How are you?
Brother, doing very well. Thank you so much for having me. Excited to chop it up with you to discuss NFTs, money, crypto, metaverse.
Yes, sir, man. We're going to jump right into it because here at FY Fly, we really like to skip the fluff and get right into the good stuff, my man. You know, before you even get into crypto and the metaverse and all these different new assets, we first need to talk about investing into assets that's proven over time to at least give you back a 7 to 10% return. So one of the most popular financial books when it comes to investing in finances is The Richest Man in Babylon. So can you talk about a little bit on that big theme of that book of paying yourself first?
Yeah, it's fascinating. The minute a person gets a paycheck, all of a sudden they start to calculate, oh, the water bill is due, the electricity bill is due, my phone bill is due, my credit card payment is due, my student loans is due, my this is due.
Yeah.
This book is saying the first person who is owed money when you earn money is yourself. You are more valuable than your student loans. You're more valuable than, the electricity bill, XYZ, the phone bill. Pay yourself. And that amount or that percentage is 10% of your income, right?
Nothing unreasonable.
Nothing unreasonable. So the statement is from the book, a portion of what you earn is yours to keep. That is the foundation upon which you can build wealth.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's such a simple foundation, but it's very difficult to do. Jim Rohn said, what is simple to do is simple not to do.
That's facts because you can, have the attention to pay yourself, but then you're paying all the bills and then something comes up and then at the end of the month, you have nothing to pay yourself. You paid everybody else, taking care of everybody else, and you haven't added to your savings and your financial future. So I think that just changing the order, like in the book, paying yourself first, will make sure that you're building that financial foundation.
Yeah, we've been taught to prioritize everyone else, right? That's why your statement, brother, you're even saying something came up. That something is to give money to someone else.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Well, what if something comes up to pay yourself? Something should come up for you to pay yourself, right?
So I have a quick question on that.
Sure.
So for the people that feel that it may be selfish to pay yourself first and think about yourself first, what's your advice to them? Because I feel like a lot of people do feel that way.
Wow. Let's dive into that. Why is it selfish to pay yourself? Walk with me through it. What might someone else be thinking right now? Why is it selfish to pay yourself?
Some people could feel that, and I think this is uprooted in a lot of people to look out for others first. And when they choose to look out for themselves, they're called selfish by their surroundings. So I think that mindset has played into a lot of people taking care of others and then, struggling to take care of themselves. And I think that's something that affects a lot of people. But what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, imagine, and I'm going to give several examples. So imagine you're a parent and you had kids, and I'll give another example. Imagine you're not a parent. Maybe you're just a good friend, right? Or let's say you have siblings, right? You have a brother or a sister, right? And with all of these examples, imagine for that parent, your child comes to you in need of something that you have to buy.
Yeah.
If you were looking at it as you as a sibling, imagine your brother or your sister was in a difficult position in life and you were the last person that they were turning to seek help. Okay, or imagine you're a friend and your best friend is in just this position in life where they need someone's help and they need financial help. Okay? If you don't pay yourself, you will not be in a position to be able to help in any of these scenarios because you're not going to have anything. Okay. Yeah. The reason you pay yourself first is so that you can then take that money, set a portion of it aside in savings. Yeah. And then the remaining portion of it should go towards investing to build wealth, not only for you, but so that you can be a blessing to others. You can give what you don't have.
Come on now.
Paying yourself first makes it possible for you to be able to give.
Got you.
So the most selfless thing that you can do is to be selfish by paying yourself.
Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc.
And keep in mind, it's only 10%. So still 90% of your income is still going to others, technically.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So 10% should come to you.
Thank you for that, because that's going to help a lot of people right there, knowing that it's the most selfless thing is to be selfish. I love that, man. That was hard. That was hard. And I know I have a couple more minutes with you here, man, and I want to get some real actionable, items here, man. So for the people who don't feel that they have enough money to invest, can you tell us about fractional shares and what that is and how we can access that?
Yeah, let's take a step back. Everyone listening has money to invest. I don't care if you have $20 to invest.
Yeah.
Go into Cash App. Next to that money sign at the bottom of Cash App, you're going to see a squiggly line. That is the stock market. Guess what? You can buy $20 of Apple stock. You can buy $20 of Amazon. You can buy $20 of any company that you admire, Nike, Starbucks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it's not that you don't have the money. And I'll dive into fractional shares just to break it down for people. It's not that you don't have the money. You aren't willing to commit to building wealth. The moment the mindset, the moment you invest, it changes your life forever. Because when you see money grow without you having to exchange your time for it, it does something to you.
Yeah.
It's really powerful. So what Hassan was talking about is this concept of fractional shares. What it is in the past, if you wanted to invest, you had to buy one full share of a stock, right? So if Tesla stock right now is about $250, or if Amazon stock is $3,000, or I think they might have done a stock split, or Apple stock is, however much it is, you needed the full amount of money to get one share, because that's how the stock market, worked back in the day. Nowadays, you can have a portion of a share. So if a stock is $200 and you have $50, you can get a quarter of a share. And here's the powerful thing. You're probably thinking, a quarter isn't a lot. The power of this is let me take a step back. Let's say a stock goes from $100 and it doubles to $200, right? So what it means is that the stock has provided 100% return. So the money doubled.
Okay.
If someone invested $50, their $50 is what? Going to double to 100. If someone invested $10,000 because that's what they have, the money they can afford, their $10,000 will double to $20,000. Yeah. Right? So most people are saying, I need a lot of money to invest. Well, what is a lot of money to you? It's not a lot of money to someone else. Come on, right? Man. So if you can afford to invest $100, someone else could afford to invest $100,000. But to them, 100,000 isn't anything. What is 100,000 to Jay-Z or Beyonce or, Rihanna?
Yeah.
Right? But can any of us just say, hey, I'm coming up with 500K to go and throw into a random stock? No. Right? So start where you are. When I started investing, I started with $50. I bought 2 Netflix stocks or shares.
Yeah.
Because back then it was $50 per share. 2. So I spent $100 when I started investing.
And then you let that time, that compounding interest, and then you kept investing over time and just came like a snowball effect, huh?
Yes. What investing does is when you start small, you build the habit of investing. You become an investor mentally so that when you have more money over time, you are going to allocate that money. Many people think investing is about having a lot of money. No, it's about you deciding to become an investor, because once you do, you're going to commit to building wealth. Because when you see money grow without you having to show up anywhere for it, it changes and transforms your life.
100%, 100%. We just got to get there, and just starting now. Just starting now is the biggest key. Getting that education and then putting away, that fear, that paralysis analysis, they like to call it, and just jumping right into it, man. But Dr. Hans, I got one final question for you, man. I love to ask this question to all my guests, so I can't wait to see your answer on this one, man. I'm going to read you 2 quotes, and I need you to tell me which one is more accurate in your opinion, okay? All right. Let's get into it. So the first quote is, more money, more problems, like Biggie. And the second quote is, money can't buy happiness. Which one do you believe is more accurate in your opinion?
The first one.
Okay. Why is that?
More money, more problems. You see, the more you have, right, the bigger problems you have to solve, right? So think about it. If you are, I remember when I was in the Bronx, New York, earning $6 an hour. I didn't have to think about complicated tax filings and didn't have to think about capital gains.
Yeah.
Didn't have to, you're just dealing with simple, you earn $6. You're probably not even thinking about investing. You're just thinking about what can I spend it on? But all of a sudden, you're earning significantly much more, right? And now you have to, now let's say a person was earning $6 an hour, and now let's say it's $1 million.
Yeah.
Okay. All of a sudden, what are you doing with the 1 million? You can't be casual around it, right? You have to make sure, hey, I have taxes set up, right? You have to go hire someone to help with it, because you can't use TurboTax to file $1 million. You see, so that's a problem you have to fix. Does that make sense? And you have to be methodical. How am I investing? What am I investing in? Right? With more money comes more responsibility, which people will call a problem, right? But a problem is an opportunity. That's the way that I view it.
Got you.
Right. So yes, I think that statement is way more accurate. In terms of money doesn't buy happiness, that would be a whole long conversation. The funny thing that I will share though is someone did say, at least it can help me buy an antidepressant medication.
So you could say that money might solve some problems there, man, with the anti. That's hilarious.
And I don't say it as funny, but when the individual said it, I was like, wow, that's true. Another person said it's better to cry in a Bentley than it is to laugh in some,
Honda Civic.
19, Honda Civic or some 1929, whatever vehicle. So it's all a perspective. It's not about money makes you happy or money makes you sad. It's what can you do with money?
100%.
I view money as, if you have this resource, how can you bless others? That by itself creates happiness that many people can quantify. The ability to be a blessing and to see how you impact someone in a powerful way, right? Agreed. So when someone says money doesn't buy happiness, they probably haven't given enough. If they have, they would know that money truly buys happiness and antidepressants.
I love it, Doc. Thank you so much for joining the FY Fly podcast. Man, if you have any final words, please let the audience know where to reach you. Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, you all. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. It's been an honor.
For sure.
So for people who want to connect with me, Instagram at the investing tutor, and I'm sure it will be in the podcast notes. Please note, I don't DM people. There are a lot of fake accounts out there. And my website once again is it's www.theinvestingtutor.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much again. And Doc, I know you have to go, but I had one question about drip. I wanted to see if I could ask you that one question before you left.
So dividend reinvestment plan, right? It is an option in your investing apps where it allows you to opt to reinvest your dividends. If you are starting as a new investor, always drip, meaning turn drip on. So that instead of being paid instead of being paid tiny amounts of money that won't do anything to your livelihood and your lifestyle right now, reinvest that money now so that in the future, in 10, 20, 30 years, that dividend that will be paid will be much larger. So for most people, go ahead and turn drip on, and in the future, you can turn it off so that money starts to drip into your wallet.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much again, Doc. And for everybody listening, make sure that you're not only just listening, but actually applying and implementing these gems that Dr. Hans dropped here today. So everyone, please stay safe, stay invested, and stay FYI fly. We'll see y'all next week.